In this video, we will learn how to attach the CTF MEG head localization coils. The head localization coils are needed in order to locate the head relative to the sensors. The coordinate system created are called head coordinates, with the x-axis towards the nose, and the positive y-axis towards the left ear, and the z-axis towards the top of the head. These are known as CTF coordinates. Gather your supplies. You will need 3 two-sided adhesive discs, 1 flexible measuring tape, 3 CTF head coils, 1 permanent marker, some surgical tape, and 3 MRI fiducial markers. We begin by preparing the coils. This should be done before the participant arrives so they don't have to wait for you to do this. First, let's look at the coils. The coils consist of a white part that is like a flat disc with a hole in it. This is the part that goes on the head, flat side down against the skin. Unlike the old CTF design, there is no orientation to them. They are symmetric, so you can place either of the flat sides against the skin. This white coil is attached to a wire with a color-coded collar. Decide in advance which color will be used for which fiducial location, and make a note of this. The wire is long, so that the box that you plug it into is far away from the doer. The wire terminates in a special connector which fits into the head box inside the MEG MSR. Peel one of the two-sided adhesives off of the paper and carefully center it onto one of the coils. Make sure you line this up as well as you can. The transparent adhesive ring will be used as your guide when replacing coils with the MRI markers. The better centered this adhesive is with respect to your coil, the better the co-registration with the MRI will be. Repeat for the other coils. Have your supplies and prepared coils ready for the participant to arrive. Cut some tape into small pieces and place them against the edge of something within reach of wherever you will be prepping the participant. Ensure the participant is comfortable in a seated or supine position. We begin by marking the nasion. The nasion is the lowest point midway between the inner canthi. To mark this location, use a tape measure where 0 is in the middle of the tape. Lay the tape measure against the nose bridge and adjust left and right until the 0 mark is centered between the inner canthi. Use the marker to place a small dot at this location. Check by looking at the participant from a side view that you have placed the dot at the lowest point. Adjust the dot if you need to. Next, mark the left preauricular location. The left preauricular is located 1 centimeter along a line between the tragus and the outer canthi. Use your tape measure to make this line and measure 1 centimeter along this line from the tragus and place a small dot. Now, repeat for the right preauricular point. It's important to mark these locations accurately to ensure repeatability. It is also important to place the coils on these locations accurately because these marks lets you reapply the coils should one of them fall off during the experiment. Now you will apply the coils. Start with the nasion. Place the coil with wire pointing upwards as shown. Remove the adhesive protector to reveal the second adhesive side. Look through the hole of the coil and center it on the black mark you made. This coil can be tricky to apply depending on the nose bridge angles and can take some practice to master. Press the coil down and hold in place for 5 to 10 seconds. This will help with the adhesive process. Then hook the wire behind the left ear. You're hooking it on the left ear because this is the side the head box will be in the MSR. Carefully slide the wire from your neck and give it to the participant to hold. Place a small piece of tape, molding it over the coil to hold it in place. Put another on the forehead. Check that the coil is securely in place by gently tugging the wire near the nasien. Otherwise, repeat with new adhesives. Add a bit of slack to the wire and tape the wire to the shirt of the participant. Now let's apply a pre-auricular coil. Place the coil with wire pointing downwards as shown. Remove the adhesive protector to reveal the second adhesive side. Look through the hole of the coil and center it on the black mark you made. Try not to catch any hair as you put the coil in place. Press the coil down and hold in place for 5 to 10 seconds. Place a small piece of tape just under the white part of the coil on the wire, molding it into place. Add a bit of slack to the wire and attach to the shirt. Take the wire off your neck and have the participant hold the wire. Repeat for the other preauricular point. You are now ready to position the participant in the MEG and to plug the coils in. To plug the coils in, match the color to the location you have placed the coil. Nasien to nasien, right ear to right ear, and left ear to left ear. Plug the coils in carefully. They will slide in without much force when they are properly aligned. Look for the red dot and align them as shown. Slide the connector into place. Please practice this with someone who has done this before doing this on your own. When the collections are finished, make sure the participant keeps the coils on. Care must be taken to remove them. Unplug the coils by pulling each coil from the box. This should be done in a smooth single motion. You should not do any sort of twisting. With the participant in a comfortable position, remove the coils carefully and replace them with the MRI fiducial markers. It's important that when you take the tape and the coil off, that you leave the double-sided adhesive ring in place. Along with the black dot, the ring acts as your landmark for where the MEG head coil was positioned. Once the coils are removed, carefully take an MRI fiducial marker. Keep the wrapper on the marker so they can be reused, and use the holder to position the fiducial marker centered on the adhesive ring. Add some paper tape over the marker to keep them from falling off. Repeat for the other fiducial locations. The participant is now ready for the T1 MRI scan. Make sure you clean the coils and return them to the MSR in the configuration you found them in.